Hey, what's up? How's everyone doing? Yeah, okay. Good to be back, man. Good to be back. Now, I know what you guys are all thinking. Where are you, Shane? Well, if you subscribe, I'll tell you. But yeah, I'm just got a little plant here. That's cool. So, I don't know what I'm really just trying to get watch time so I can get more money. So I'm sure you guys all read the title. Today we're going to be talking about the much anticipated Shanester TV's top 5 movies of the year 2024. I don't know why I decide to always do these at like 3 in the morning. Yeah, guys, before we get started, just ask if you enjoy the video, drop a like. If you enjoy my channel, subscribe. That's all I got. If you disagree with my opinion, I don't care. So let's get started. Starting with my number 5 pick, we got Speak No Evil. Speak No Evil is a horror movie where this family is on vacation and they make friends with another family while on vacation. And this family they make friends with is crazy, like crazy. So yeah, this movie is basically about the family eventually catching on to the other family because they actually get invited to stay at their house, which of course, like all horror movies, is in the middle of nowhere. Guys, if you get invited to someone's house that you just met and it's in the middle of nowhere, don't go. But anyways, they eventually catch on to this family's horrible doings. I don't want to spoil it too much for you guys because I like for you guys to watch this. It's really not too scary. There's not like jump scares or anything in it, I don't think. It's like, it's scary because it could really happen. And I think it actually might have been based off a true story. Because when I was watching this movie, I like vividly remember hearing this story from somewhere. I don't remember if I heard it on like Reddit or like a YouTube video or something, but I've heard this story before. I think this film really captured the feeling of being contained and just not being able to leave. It really had me worried about the characters in the story, and I was actually like rooting for them to be able to escape. Do they escape in the end? I don't know, I guess you have to watch it or something. Also, it has Charles Xavier in it, so. But yeah, if you're looking for just a super interesting, entertaining movie, Speak No Evil is a good one for y'all. Moving on to my number 4 pick, we have Twisters. I actually went through like a crazy phase when this movie first came out. Like, I actually was obsessed with Twisters. I even had like a wallpaper of it for a while. No, my phone isn't cracked. Twisters is kind of an action thriller movie. It's actually a sequel from the original Twisters, which came out way back when, back in freaking ancient times when my parents were little. Back in the Stone Age when freaking they filmed Twisters. Yeah, they had phones back then. How do you think they got reference material to make the cave drawings? This movie really spoke to me because I actually live in the great state of... Which, if you didn't know, probably the worst state in the entire United States for tornadoes. I think everyone who's lived in Oklahoma has been inside one at least once. So this movie basically follows a group of storm chasers who are trying to really just collect data on tornadoes to, I mean, obviously just help understand them, I guess. They come up with these inventions to use, this is a lot like the original Twisters when they do the same thing. But yeah, man, just seeing Glenn Powell, that freaking Sigma, freaking doing donuts in his truck and shooting fireworks up in a tornado, really just hit my heart. They go through many different situations throughout the movie, a bunch of close calls, friendships are made, you know. It's just a good movie. I was very on edge on some parts because some parts are actually crazy. They had a tornado. Actually, I'm not even gonna spoil it. Like I said, you guys can just watch these because if I like them, then they're the best movies in the world. But yeah, give Twisters a try. It really just puts it in perspective what it's like living in Oklahoma. And I'm a survivor, honestly. I'm just freaking the GOAT. On to the number 3 spot. We have Wicked. I guess you could say this movie was pretty wicked. I want you guys to look at me for a second. Why are you looking at me like that? I feel like I don't look like the kind of person who would like the movie Wicked. I don't normally like movies like this. I mean, it's just not for me. It is kind of more, I guess, of a girly movie, if you want to call it that. It just isn't a movie that I thought I would like. But my friend Braxton, my girlfriend, they all kept telling me that I needed to see it. And I mean, if they liked it so much, I mean, what's the harm in watching it, you know, maybe? I mean, I like watching movies, you know, let's just go watch it. And I went and saw it in a movie theater and it was so good. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. If you think it looks cringe or something and you're not watching it because of that, I promise it's not. Like, please watch it. If you're afraid of musicals, you really don't even notice it's a musical. And the freaking songs are so good in it. The song at the very end actually almost brought me to tears. Like, it was so The last scene was like actually magical. This movie is a direct prequel to the OG Wizard of Oz movie. First movie that was in color, actually. That movie really came out in the freaking Ice Age. Now, don't let this discourage you, because I don't like The Wizard of Oz either. I thought it was boring, obviously, because it came out so long ago. I'm sure it was really good at the time. This movie is nothing like The Wizard. It's nothing like The Wizard of Oz. This movie follows Glinda before she was the Good Witch and Elphaba before she was the Wicked Witch. I know it sounds funny, but they're actually going to college in this movie. And the reason they're going to college is to both try their hand at magic. Elphaba was actually born with the gift of having intense powers ever since she was young, so she's actually kind of insane in this movie. But yeah, this movie's basically just them going through college. They kind of hated each other at first, but they grew to like each other a lot in this movie. They eventually get an invitation to go see the what's it called? I guess the Great Wizard in Emerald City? What's it called? The freaking wizard? Oh, the Wizard of Oz. Freaking obviously. And if you guys watched the OG Wizard of Oz, you know how that all turned out, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but there is actually gonna be a part 2 to this movie, which comes out this year, so you guys will probably be seeing that on my 2025 movie reviews. But yeah, like I said, this movie was great. The music is insanely good. I actually listened to the soundtrack on the way back from the movie theaters. I cannot wait for the second movie to come out. This movie was so fun. It was so wholesome. It was so entertaining. It was funny. It was really funny. Ariana Grande did a really good job of being this like dramatic, like girly girl. She did a really good job. I really do recommend this for everybody out there. I think this is the kind of movie everyone would like, unless you just like hate movies, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, I'm gonna have to super recommend this movie for y'all. That's my first super recommendation ever on the channel. Moving on to number 2. Fitting because the movie is Dune 2. Yeah, you can go now. I think we all watched this movie when it first came out at the beginning of the year, because it was literally so good, and it was taking over at the time. Dune 1 was pretty good. I actually thought it was kind of boring, so I was eager to watch this video for story purposes, but I was kind of dreading it at the same time, because these are really long movies, and the first one was just, it was kind of hard to watch. But let me tell you, this movie is completely different from the first one. It is action-packed from beginning all the way to the end. It is awesome. This movie follows a runaway prince, Timothée Chalamet, after his entire like kingdom gets cooked by this other kingdom that raids them. So he's off in hiding. He meets like these scavenger desert people. He starts living with them and just following them and becoming one of them. He meets Zendaya there, and they kind of become a cute little couple. Tom Holland is fuming right now.
Sorry, I'll try harder. My pleasure.
Also, congrats Tom Holland and Zendaya for getting engaged. Yeah, literally best celebrity couple ever. Anyways, he basically drinks this substance, which basically turns him into like the ultimate Sigma, and he just starts leading these people, and they literally attack like the people that raided his kingdom from the start. They like start like actually destroying them, which is so cool to watch. This movie was just so good. Like the writing in this movie is sick. Actors in this movie, sick. There's a lot actually in this, like a lot of actors you would know. They got freaking Moon Knight in this joint. Yeah, that's all I kind of want to tell y'all, because yeah, that's all I want to give y'all, because I really want y'all to watch this movie. If you like action movies, if you're like a superhero movie kind of enjoyer, I don't know, like a Mission Impossible guy, check these movies out. They would be for you. And honestly, I think you could skip the first one and be fine. Now, before we get to our number 1 movie, I have some honorable mentions for you guys. One would be the Challengers movie. I never saw this movie, but everyone on Smosh always talked about it, so it must be good. Mars Needs Moms. Classic. Another good one is Night of the Day of the Dawn of the Son of the Bride of the Return of the Revenge of the Terror of the Attack of the Evil Mutant Alien Flesh-Eating Hellbound Zombified Living Dead. That one's pretty good. And last one we got for this year, this movie is low-key slept on. We got Xiaoling Suzhou. Now presenting the number 1 movie for Shanster TV of the year 2024. Sonic 3, baby! If you know me, you know how much I love Sonic and how much I loved the other Sonic movies. And this one was so much better than the first and second one. It's just straight action all day long. It's so cool. It's so cool. They got Shadow in this movie. If you guys know, it's the main plot line of Sonic Adventure 2. So Sonic and Shadow first meet, they fight throughout the whole movie. I really want to tell you guys what happens because it's so cool, but I won't tell you spoilers on this. Please just go watch it. It's just a fun, family-friendly action movie. It's kind of kiddish, but it's worth it. It makes up for it with these super cool sequences. A lot of you guys know that they have Jim Carrey playing Dr. Eggman in this, which he is so good at playing him. He's literally hilarious. I love him so much. He's honestly probably the highlight of this entire movie. This movie exceeded my expectations. It was so good. I literally can't say it enough how good this movie actually really was. It actually blew my mind. I will give you guys one spoiler though. At the end, they had a post-credit scene, and Metal Sonic and Amy were there, so that's literally sick. Amy actually looked cool too, so it's a win. Also, they played Live and Learn, which if you guys don't know is from the soundtrack of Sonic Adventure 2. A lot of people on TikTok are wanting them to play that. This movie was just an absolute win for the Sonic community. It was great. I can't wait for the next one to come out. I hope they keep making these for a while because they're just getting better and better and better. So I don't really have much to say about this movie. It's really simple. It's not like a super complicated story like some of the other movies on this list were. But please watch it if you have spare time. Just throw it on. You know, what's the harm of watching a movie for just an hour and a half out of your day? Just watch this movie, and I promise you will not regret it. It's really, really fun. But yeah, overall, this movie was just a massive success.
And you know what else is massive?
Anyway, guys, that concludes my list for the 2024 top 5 movies of the year. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I've been missing making videos for you guys. It's been kind of hard because I'm constantly moving my setup around because I just got a new room and it's kind of hard to film in there because the Wi-Fi is like really bad, like trash. So hopefully we get that fixed soon. But I just wanted to get this video out for you guys. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Love y'all. Bye.